Again, I can call it, but I can't hit the lotto. Hey, all gravity, any day above ground, live it. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Tuesday. They say you can get tacos today, so go out and get them. I just like watching MAGA explode. I love watching MAGA explode because MAGA doesn't understand anything that's going on in the world. Nothing. If Trump or somebody in MAGA didn't tell them it was going on, A, they would be unknown to it, and B, they wouldn't even understand it. You saw the thumbnail and the title. Now you're looking at what you see on the screen. I told y'all a couple years ago they were going to run this man for president. I said it up to last year they were going to run this man for president. He going to be on that stage. And people say I'm crazy. I was like, okay. And here we are. They wanted him to run for U.S. Senate. He said, I'm good on that. I don't want that. He's probably the only person that can beat John Ossoff. The only one. But they said no. He said, listen, if I'm going to sit down for something for 2 years, or at least get my feet wet right back after it, I might as well go for president. I may not win the caucuses and get the RNC nomination, but hell, I'll make some money out of it. And there we go. This came down yesterday. Now, for those who don't know, the reason why I didn't say anything about this, being that I live in Georgia, is because I already knew where it was going. I promise you, I heard all the rumblings of this. I heard the rumblings of him. Somebody said he should run for Georgia Senate. I was like, that would be a step down. That wouldn't make sense. I've heard the rumblings that he could go into private sector and be a consultant. I was like, why would he waste his time doing that? I said, this was the play. They want to see if he wants to run for president. I said this way back in 2022 when he beat Stacey Abrams. That was the next logical place for him to go. And predictably, MAGA, because Kemp don't bow to Trump, now they're attacking him. Now, I'm not a Brian Kemp shill. I just preferred him over Stacey Abrams. We move on. We protected ourselves here in the state of Georgia. But let's see what they're talking about. So it says here on CNN, Kemp passes on Senate race in Georgia after months of private lobbying into vying for one of their biggest targets of the midterms. Now, the quick backstory is they've been talking to this man since last year. And the big thing was Trump talked to him in February when he had that meeting of all those governors. And he was trying to pressure him to go into the U.S. Senate. And then they had some bigwig from the GOP come see Kemp and his wife at Easter to get him to commit to going against John Ossoff because he's up in 24. Because if those who don't know, Ossoff took over a seat for, I forgot the dude's name, but I think he either died or he retired, but I think he died, and that seat was vacant. And also, I think Warnock's not up till 27, I want to say. Yeah, I think he's up in 27. So there's that. Well, let's see what they're talking about. Kemp announced a decision Monday, ending lengthy speculation about his future that had essentially frozen the field of other possible GOP candidates. It follows an intense lobbying push to win over Kemp, who is considered a key recruit of the 2026 cycle as Republicans try and hold on to their slim majority in the chamber. Over the last few weeks, I've had many conversations with friends, supporters, and leaders across the country who encouraged me to run for the U.S. Senate in 2026. I greatly appreciate the support and prayers for our family, Kemp, a Republican, wrote on X. All those discussions, I've decided that being on the ballot next year is not the right decision for me and my family. I spoke with President Trump and Senate leadership earlier today and expressed my commitment to work alongside them to ensure we have a strong Republican nominee who can win next November and ultimately be a conservative voice in the U.S. Senate who will put hardworking Georgians first. Right. And just for curiosity, who the hell are you guys going to run? All right. A source familiar with the matter told CNN the governor informed key Republican leaders on Monday that he would not be running. Senate Majority Leader John Thune expressed concerns over Kemp's decision to pass on a bid for the Georgia seat, a decision that came despite the South Dakota Republicans' efforts to woo the governor to run against Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff in a critical race. Obviously, we're disappointed about that. He, of course, would have been a great candidate, Thune told CNN when asked about Kemp. But as I said before, the race is going to be competitive either way. The good news is there's a lot of interest and a lot of people who want to run for the Republican nomination. Right, which is fine. Are you going to beat Ossoff? And the answer is no. The governor's decision also comes after some other high-profile recruits, such as Governor Chris Sununu in New Hampshire, passed on a bid. The Senate Leadership PAC, a super PAC linked to GOP leaders, issued a statement saying the party's efforts to oust Ossoff would continue. With a deep bench of incredible Georgia leaders, Republicans will have a strong candidate in 2026, and SLF is committed to ensuring Ossoff's accidental tenure in Washington is limited to one term, it said in a statement. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has not ruled out a run for the seat. I've got a lot of options open to me. There's the governor's race, there's the Senate race, and then there's my district, which I love. Greene previously told CNN, referring to her Northwest Georgia district. Prior to Kemp's announcement Monday, the Congresswoman sent out a fundraising pitch asking supporters whether she should run for Senate. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? They're going to try to run her for governor. Motherfuckers don't listen. But, it's MAGA. Did we expect them to listen? No, they think they know everything. You know nothing. I saw this morning. Red Eagle Politics. Let's look. Okay. They don't get it. They don't get it. But okay. Wallow J, she can win. This is what I understand now what Gray Black Shark says. If you're not here, you don't understand. She actually does have a shot to win. Especially if they run Keisha Lance Bottoms. She wouldn't win on the stage to become the presidential nominee for the Republicans. She would win in her home state. She would actually win she wouldn't win the Senate because Ossoff would destroy her badly. She can't debate that well, but she can go in front of the Georgia crowd running for governor. She can get Southern Georgia. She can get Northwest Georgia. She can get Central Georgia. And that would be enough to win. So this post right here, Brian Kemp cost us a Georgia Senate seat in 2020 by appointing Kelly Loeffler over Doug Collins. Now he very may well cost us another one by refusing to shoot a layup against John Ossoff. Yes, the GOP can still win that seat so long as we don't nominate Marjorie Taylor Greene. I want to see something. I love how he says we, right? And he's Detroit and Dallas. Why is he worried about Georgia? Sir, you need to worry about who's going to run as the Republican in 26 in Texas. That's what you need to worry about. But see, this is what I'm talking about with MAGA. They so concerned with the national bullshit, they let the shit in their states go unchecked, and that's why motherfuckers go in there and do what they do, especially in his state of Texas if he's living there. You let the South Asians build a whole monkey statue and have their own town. You let immigrant people create whole towns in your state, and you ain't say a word because you was worrying about in Texas what Florida and Georgia are doing. I guess your parents never taught y'all to mind your business. Put Roberto back in. I want him to come in. Put him back in there. Because I want to make him look stupid today. He accidentally woke up this morning and realized his wife looks like Howard Stern. So let him back in there. It's okay. It's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. Let him have it. So let's see what these comments look like. Someone said, I thought the isolationists love MTG. The Jew haters are MAGA, right? So he said, so you're an idiot. Okay, got it. That person came back and said, you're smart enough to know the Jew hate op currently underway is going to wreck MAGA and usher in the Dems, right? Someone said, laugh out loud, what are you talking about? The Democrats currently hate Jews even more. It's not Republicans at college campuses causing a ruckus. No, they just go there and ask stupid questions. And actually, it was the Republicans, technically, because we saw what happened with Tatum Tots. I'm just saying. So, Roberto, I've actually built more than you, sir. See, the problem is you're talking to me on something I built. This platform that you're talking to me on, I built this. You didn't help from day one. You didn't even troll me from day one. I would at least let you pass if you were trolling me from day one. So you want them Johnny come latelys. You want to be seen. It's okay. We understand. Your life sucks. Your wife looks like Howard Stern. We understand. She can't get the black beans correct, and she's Spanish. I understand. Wait, I'm sorry. You said she's white, so she definitely can't get the black beans right. I understand. Don't take it out on me. They have Google. It's okay. I'll give you a little word of advice. I understand what goes on in your home. Tell your wife you have to use a pan to toast the spices, not your crack spoon. Okay? Word of advice, because black people are empaths and black people have empathy. We like to give out solutions. So there's your solution. That's why your black beans suck. You're toasting the spices on the crack spoon. Nobody wants the opium in their black beans. Come on now. Thank you so much. Back to this. So the original poster said, not the original poster, the person in his thread said, totally agree, and it cost them big time. So why are Republicans saying, hey, I want a piece of that Jew hate action? That's some good stuff right there. They said, oh, that's easy. We saw our war after war in the Middle East become a complete other failure. You mean utter failure? Utter. But okay, other failure. Fine. Those wars were on behalf of Israel, and we're saying right now that we're done sending our sons to die in foreign lands. You also sent your daughters to foreign lands and they died. But okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're done sending billions upon billions of money in aid to far nations when our own nation has 36 trillion in debt and people are struggling. Well, I didn't see y'all outside. Y'all should have ran up on Trump the first time, but y'all didn't do that. Interesting. Anyway, Kemp hates Trump. This is no one's fault but Trump. Kemp is going to run for president in 28 to attempt to fix this mess. Even if I disagree with him a lot, at least he's doing something beneficial for the country. Huh? How is he doing something beneficial for the country? He's the governor of Georgia. What's he doing for the country? Okay. You're Puerto Rican. Nobody cares what you think. Okay. They have 3 electoral votes. You better care. Somebody wrote something pause-worthy. We're not going to read that sentence. You didn't see the gleam in his eyes when he and Brad announced we were getting the Dominion machines. Look at the voting since then in his state. Water main break, rescan votes. Open your eyes. He will never be president. Did he not win? You were probably the same person killing Stacey Abrams with the lies on voter suppression, but, do your thing. MAGA would hate it, but the best bet right now is probably Raffensperger. And no, he's in no way a rhino. He's absolutely a conservative. I want y'all to keep a pin in this sentence right here. He's absolutely a conservative. Just not MAGA, but he could get crossover votes, which would be needed to beat Ossoff. MTG would lose by 15 to 20 points. And that would be the end of her political career. If she's smart, she stays in the House. If she tries to go for another office, even though I think she would win Georgia, if she loses any one of them 3 races, her political career is over. Especially now that she's doing some alleged insider trading, but we're not going to go there today. What's wrong with MTG? She's very based. She's based. She's based. You only think she's based is because she's next to Trump. Now tell her, ask her to go move something without Trump's help. She's P. Diddy. She's trying to be all in the video. We're going to call her MT Diddy from now on. That's what we're going to call her, MT Diddy, because she's always trying to be in the video. Idiots like him would rather have a fake Republican like Kemp. Okay. So he's fake. All right. Doesn't have enough broad appeal to win a pink state like Georgia. Now we're doing pink. I didn't even know pink was a thing. Okay. Kemp would have been perfect. All right. She's a retard. She wouldn't get obliterated statewide. Jesus Christ. Again. Why would Kemp not want it? Does he have 2028 presidential ambitions? Who wouldn't? The nomination and subsequent thrashing of MTG is necessary for the tragic arc of MAGA in Georgia to be complete. Everyone has a limit at MTG in the seat held by guys like Sam Nunn, Johnny Isaacson, Herman Talmadge, and Zell Miller's past it for most folks. Okay. Hate to say it, but Kemp was probably the only Republican who had any real chance of winning. But that should tell you something about Georgia politics. But yes, sir. Yes. She won her seat back in Northwest Georgia. Would you like to see Northwest Georgia? Northwest Georgia is MAGA country. That's Cartersville. That's MAGA country. That's Rome. That's MAGA country. That's Dalton. That's MAGA country. Helen, MAGA country. You hear the deliverance music. See, you talking about Georgia, and you setting in Grapevine, Texas. Jesus. They so worried about what we're doing. Their fucking state is on the verge of turning blue. Purple at the minimum. And they worried about Georgia, which is 10 hours away. Oh boy. Mind your business. Then we have this one. So that one was Red Eagle. This is Red Lion. So you're in Michigan. Okay, you're in Michigan. Okay. I can assure you with 100% confidence that MTG will not be your. He can't even spell your. All right. Republican nominee for senator in Georgia. And I said, you're right, just governor. It's tragic comic, I'm guessing tragic comedy, to watch Tucker, Kirk, Candace, MTG, etc. wreck MAGA. Oh man, I can't wait till next November, man, when MAGA dies on the midterms. I can't wait. These MAGA idiots still don't even see what's happening. And the funny thing is, I know they don't like the lamestream media, what they call it. They're telling them what the play is. They gave them the playbook and said, this is what we're running, and they still miss it. They think Trump is just going to negate all that. Let me help y'all. I don't care. I'm going to say it. Trump has no sway. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. We're going to take this off the screen because I need y'all to see this. There's a reason why I'm this. Hold on. I don't know what I did. There's a reason why I call myself the Black First Night Rider. You know that show. One man can make a difference. Trump ain't that man. How many times we got to tell you? The man is trash. Now you could say this is TDS all you want. We come with the facts. The last time he was in office, what happened? The Democrats took the House. Now you could say it's because they hated him. Fine. If his policies were working and he didn't come off like an insufferable bore, they probably wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have had 6 years almost of dominance to do whatever they want and ruin this country. And you have feckless Republicans allowing them to do it, even joining them to do it. Now we go to 2022, he out of office. He's promoting all these people left and right. Everybody's thinking, including me, there was going to be an Armageddon in the House. It didn't happen. They had a slim majority. They couldn't even pick a speaker. He had the whole media apparatus laughing at him. (2024) comes, he gets another slim majority in the House. Everybody saw those numbers the night of the election. Everybody was like, oh, wow, they are holding, I think, a +3 advantage. Looks like that Trump endorsement ain't working like it used to, huh? That's interesting. Now y'all are betting on this again next year. He active. He's outside trying to promote the right people. He's out there, right? And then we get this. Wes Moore. 4 years, we are 3 years later. He's going to be a problem. Your problem is here. If they don't pick him for your presidential nominee, he's going to have a top position if the Democrats win the White House. Hell, they could make him Speaker of the House. Y'all don't get it. MAGA, you don't get it. Your man backed off tariffs 3 times. And look what that says. He's meeting with the Canadian PM right now. He's going to back off on him again. You watch what I tell you. Y'all think shit is a game out here. People's lives are on the line. And your man is playing games out here, and y'all out here writing dumbass tweets. Torian, not only did they fall for the banana in the tailpipe, they fell for the chick with the big tits, but he got a Johnson on the bottom. Pause. And instead of walking away, they bent over. Because they swear they're so smart. I'm going to say this again to you, MAGA, since y'all don't. I know I'm black and y'all don't think we know anything. I hope you realize this, but you're going to realize it when it's too late. Yo Democrats that you hate and you Republicans that don't align with MAGA, they're secretly right now teaming up to fuck y'all up November 3rd. I hope y'all understand this. And this is an original thought because nobody on X or anywhere else is telling you this. You got that bitch, Steven Crowder, right now talking about multicultural immigration. That bitch. He don't know shit about politics, but y'all listen to him and give him money every month. You deserve to lose your money. You gave dumb Luke Cray so much clout that within 3 days, he lost almost 500,000 followers on X because he sat there and thought his grift was bulletproof. Y'all, your ability to vet people is so porous. You have people that align with MAGA attacking Candace Owens' kid right now. And not one of y'all sat up there and said, this ain't cool, this ain't what we do. This is the 3rd time you've done this. You're such idiots right now. People are going to pray for the Democrats to come back. Yeah, we just needed a 2-year rest. We were working hard for 6. We just needed a 2-year rest. We're going to come back stronger in 26. Y'all are so bitch made right now. You're going to lose Virginia. Nobody's talking about what's going on in Virginia. Yeah, their governor's up next year too. You guys are bitches. And I'd say it to your faces. Because y'all don't scare nobody. Y'all are bitches. And I mean that from the depths of my soul. Y'all are red hat wearing bitches. I ain't never seen so much apathy and fucking, oh, we gotta wait to move. I ain't never seen that much lethargy ever in my life. I never seen it. The amount of No Child Left Behind I've encountered in the last 6 months is crazy. Y'all following bot accounts because they have big numbers. You following folk who take headlines from Google. They don't even show you the article. Fam, it got so bad, Terrence K. Williams did it yesterday. It got so bad. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, y'all bringing up the fact that India offered 0 for 0 tariffs on auto parts, pharmaceuticals, and something else. I forgot what the other thing was. Did y'all even read that article? No, they didn't read it. That was their offer. Trump still got to give them something in return. They're not just going to do that, which could fuck up the whole deal. But they didn't do that research. They didn't do that. Then we had another big thing happen yesterday that MAGA ain't even talking about. And I knew this was going to happen when I first saw the story. And I'm going to show you this. And I want y'all going to laugh. I'm telling y'all going to laugh at this. So we're going to start here. I'm going to go to my profile. Something happened last week. I want y'all to see this. Let me see. Where is it? No, it's not that. Let me see. Let me go to the latest. Okay. So this post I put up yesterday. I'm going to give you the context first. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. This happened a week ago. This was last Wednesday.
First of all, Ford is really different. We make 80% in the U.S., more than any other manufacturer. In fact, we made 400,000 more vehicles than our next competitor, and that would fill up the entire island of Manhattan. That's how big of a gap we've made. So, look, we think this is really great for the country. We really support the president's initiative. We never left the America on car production, and so this
Right, your stock is trading at $10. You're in good shape. Their stock is trading at $10. Okay.
Is reasonable, I think, for mostly our competitors. They need more time, but at Ford, we're in good shape. And this is the right thing to do. We really appreciate the dialogue we've had with the president, but we have a lot more work to do with him.
So you heard what he said, right? Cool. This person said he has 4 Fords for this reason. He said they didn't take any bailout money. You could have easily looked this up and found out they took out a bailout in 2009. But again, they don't research. But this is a bot, so, we're gonna we're going to give the bot the benefit of the gigabyte. The internet gateway that runs it didn't open that day for that research. I know I'm almost done. Bless that man. I'm almost done. So this AI bot put this up, right? And for context, this is all about how great this motherfucker is, right? Yesterday, this comes out. I said they were kissing their ass a week ago. They never listened. Ford suspended its full-year financial guidance and said President Donald Trump's auto tariffs will take a toll on profit during a rival stung by volatile global trade policies. Yet he didn't tell you that his most popular car is manufactured overseas. The Ford truck is manufactured in China and Mexico. He didn't tell you that in that report. I watched the whole thing. That clip, there was more to it. Didn't tell you that. Trump did everything I expected him to do, which was nothing. All he's been doing for 6 months is talk. That's all he's been doing. And he got punked 3 times. So I'm waiting for him to do something. Don't worry. July, we're going to find out. You're going to see how feckless he really is. But it's okay. You heard it here first from the black man. Them same MAGA shills under here, they ain't say nothing about this. But, you know, MAGA's doing all this winning. The country's going to be winning. Let's see what that Dow looks like today before I go. Let's see. What the Dow looking like? Let's see. Well, shit. Well, shit. Let's see why it's down. Let's find out. Who screwed around today? Trade deficit hits record 140.5 billion in March. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Market jitters over trade are back. Stock indexes dropped Tuesday, a day after the Dow Industrials and the S&P 500 both snapped 9-day winning streaks and gold prices rose again, which is good. Late Monday, Ford and Mattel joined companies suspending annual guidance due to tariff-related uncertainty. While Ford is less exposed than some rivals, it estimated tariffs could cut $1.5 billion from a key measure of profit. Huge numbers, the automaker's chief executive said. The same one that we heard in that clip. It's funny how that shit changed in a week. Mattel, meanwhile, said it could raise U.S. toy prices, which coincides with him saying, why does some kid need $40 or $30 or whatever the hell he said? The maker of Barbie dolls and Hot Wheels is bracing for a $270 million tariff hit and will speed up moves to shift manufacturing from China. Okay. Reporting results early Tuesday, cereal maker WK Kellogg and hotel chain Marriott International cut their financial forecast, pointing to tariffs and macroeconomic uncertainty. And Clorox shares, listen to this. And Clorox shares fell sharply after the cleaning products maker updated guidance to include tariff impact. In addition to the caution, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick criticized China ahead of today's planned meeting between President Trump and Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. They have been basically feeding off of us for decades upon decades, Lutnick said Monday when asked if he was optimistic about a U.S.-Canada trade deal. Okay. And this is the winning they told us. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah. And the Fed is meeting today. I wonder what they're going to say. What's today? April? They might be talking about the goddamn interest rates today. Let me look real fast and then I'm out of here. Nvidia fell, Tesla fell, Palantir fell. Here we go. See, the Federal Reserve's two-day meeting kicks off Tuesday with an interest rate decision on Wednesday. Shit. Markets see little chance of a rate cut, so the focus will be on Fed Chairman Jerome Powell's news conference and on any shift in his thoughts on how tariffs will affect inflation. Boy, we gonna have fun. But anyway, I just wanted to bring y'all that real quick because I swear to God, MAGA is going to doom this country. And then when everybody points at him, they're gonna blame everybody else. But hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I try to be better next time. I will see you when I see you because the rest of this week is going to be busy. But I should have an upload or two for you as long as I can get to finish it. So y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.